All right, y'all come with me as we check out the Cat's Paw Winery in Blacksburg, South Carolina.
So when we do a tour here, we start here in our retail space. We call it a retail space because we do our wine bottle sales. We do our liquor by the bottle sales over here in this corner. We've got all of these small batch, and these are all things that we make ourselves. We've got our blood orange, which won gold in a summer wine competition, and it's delicious. And then we've also got new items that we make pretty consistently. So we make our own mountain style rum. We've got sweet potato vodka over here as well, made from locally grown sweet potatoes here in the state. We've got clear whiskey, which is delicious. And then we've also got a salted caramel liqueur. Let's see if it's going to behave. There we go. So, one of the really fun things about our logo here is that the little dude there in the seal, he was actually drawn by my daughter when she was 13. So that was about 2 years ago.
Nice.
She put that together, and then we sent that to our graphic designer, who then was able to incorporate that into the label, which is pretty cool. So,
Keeping it in the family.
absolutely, yeah, she does a great job. So this other half of the room here is our full service bar. So we do liquor by the glass sales. We can also do wine bottles or glasses. This is where we would pour our flights. And then we also have a list of mocktails as well. And we have a couple of slushy machines. We got some fun little googly eyes on them because that's the kind of winery we are. We're a fun place. So we got a rainbow flavor, which is going to taste just like a Skittle. And then we've got lemonade for anybody who is not into having alcohol. If they want to go out and play on the playground and have fun, or have these for kids, we've got you covered. Then we've also got a couple of wine slushies. We've got this one right now. This is the Randy's cider. That's got the Randy's lime chardonnay and some apple cider. And then we've got this one here, which is a combination of blueberry and pomegranate flavors. Super yummy on both of those.
I bet.
So the actual wine making process happens behind this wall, and this is where all of the magic happens. It's pretty cool. We order all of the juice to make the wine here. We get it delivered. It comes from all over. We've got two main suppliers, one in Charlotte, one in Ohio, where we get a lot of our stuff. But we go from that into small batches. So we do that right here in 55-gallon drums. We found that we get about 230, 240 bottles out of a batch. We can bottle a batch in about an hour and a half, even if we only have 2 people. So really trying to just leverage what we have and making it work. So we've got a vacuum pump bottle filler. So we'll put the barrel over here on the edge. We'll fill the bottles. Then we'll move it over here and cork it, put it on a label machine, and then we'll seal it here. And then we put it on one of our racks over here. We've got about 22 different varietals spread out in this space. We have, yeah, we can walk down here. So we try to organize it where we mostly have sweet wines on this side and unsweet over here. Just trying to keep track of all of the bottles and all of that. So one batch will fill up the entire rack and give us a little extra. And depending on the varietal, we might do that every month, or we might do that every couple of months. It really kind of depends on what's going on and what's selling, and trying to track all of that information using that data. So, since we purchased the winery, we started off with 20 varietals, and then we added another 2. So we added a banana wine, and then try to add a little honey to kind of mimic a mead. Still kind of experimenting with that one a little bit. And then we've got we're calling it Stellanera, but it's a blend of 4 different red wines. It's been very popular, super good. But
we've got the Zinfandel also that's come out, and the Moscato.
Okay, yeah. So
there's 4 new ones.
4 new ones, yeah.
Brought out.
Yep. And then every so often we make a change or change stuff. So one of the cool things about the banana wine that we made is that we did a collaboration with the distillery. We put a little bit of smoky bourbon extract in the wine to give you that kind of campfirey feel to what should be a really good fall wine, we think. So still kind of playing around with that one, but it's been good. But we do all of our winery production here, as far as fermenting, racking, filtering. If it's part of the winemaking process, it happens back here. And then on the other side of that wall is our distillery, and our master distiller is going to take it from here.
Okay. Don't forget it. Tell me about the
So he
reserves and stuff like that.
he gives me the tough room. This is the tough room.
So
This
you're
is our
the
distillery.
master of the mess in here, right?
Well, it is. This is our distillery, but it's also our warehouse space.
I got you.
So we kind of do both here. Our vision for this space is bigger than the space is. So we are in the basement in South Carolina making liquor, making wine.
Because how prohibition is that?
Yeah, right? In the basement.
Yeah, in the basement. That's where we're at. The first floor that you can see kind of above us is going to be the restaurant. And we will have a set of stairs in this hole coming down into the distillery and winery area. So as we continue our growth, this space is going to get glassed in, and then our big boy still over here is going to be located about where I am and go all the way up and touch the floor above.
Oh, wow.
So we'll be able to see it from the restaurant, as well as you come down and be able to see down into the space.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's our construction vision. Everything else is kind of, a working process down here. As we're still a small batch, so we are in that 50-gallon range. So as we grow some, both in the winery as well as the distillery, we'll branch out to some of these bigger tanks. We already have them on site. We're ready to go. I got a filler out back, so it's ready to go. I've got the big mash tun over there for the mashes to make the bigger batches of mash. So we've got everything to kind of take that next step as we get our distribution going.
Nice. Even put googly eyes out here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We have affectionately named all of the vessels after my aunts and uncles.
Nice. So you're keeping it in the family for sure.
Absolutely. So this right here is Ernest. He's our pilot still, because it's important to be Ernest. We run it with 4 chambers, because that's what we have. But because Dad's a mad scientist / chemical engineer, we cheat and we really get 6 stages out of 1 run instead of just 4. It's pretty cool. We do some fun things during the fermentation process to help ensure that batch to batch we have a consistent flavor. And then how we run and what temperatures we use and that kind of thing. It's all stuff that we have control over, and so we consistently hold the same thing every time.
And this is our gin basket. So for real, gin basket.
Nice.
Yeah.
A moonshiner would call it a thumper.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yes.
Yes.
That smells so
This
good.
was going to be my run today, but technical issues, so it's got to pause right now.
So, but that's our gin basket for our Gingy's gin. It's a Plymouth style as far as styles of gin go. So think more Bombay than Tanqueray.
I gotcha.
A little bit lighter notes.
Right. Delicious.
Not real harsh on the juniper or coriander. It's in there, you know, but it's a lighter note.
Yeah.
I don't like that really strong in the gin. I think that's what turns a lot of people off of gin. And so people come in and say, yeah, I'm not really a gin person, and then they'll hit ours and they go, oh, well, now wait a minute.
I'm not a gin drinker. I would absolutely drink our gin, 100%. So,
and then we've got some neat abilities with the distillery, the extracts, to make our own mixed drinks. And we have a series of ready to serve that are, you know, just killer drinks.
Sweet potatoes.
yeah.
So we actually use sweet potatoes and making the sweet potato vodka. By doing that, making it out of potatoes is not nearly as harsh as a lot of vodka. So a lot of times you'll go and you get a vodka and you go, man, how in the world did the Russians do that? That's just like, woo! Well, they actually make it out of sweet potatoes still. In the States, I think there's one other company.
Nice.
When you make it out of potatoes, it's super smooth. And so you can throw those shots back to a point, but you can do shots. Yeah, it's sippable. Whereas a lot of times, you know, you don't think that about vodka.
Yeah, I've never been a real big vodka fan unless it was mixed in something that it kind of took away from some of the harshness. So I'll have to try that for sure.
Yeah.
That's a neat little.
Yeah, but being able to buy potatoes that were grown in the state help to support those local businesses here. The corn that we bought is for the whiskey is local corn, non-GMO, which is awesome. Being able to connect with those local farmers. We're still trying to establish some relationships. But we recently sent some of the leftover mash to a farmer that we happen to know, so that he could use that to feed his livestock because. I mean, it's still good, so let's not waste it, right? I'm really trying to make sure that we're able to purchase what we're going to make our product out of. So if it's in wine, we're buying peach juice, and then we're fermenting things. If it's in the distillery, we're buying sweet potatoes, we're processing those. It helps eliminate any kind of chemical flavoring. It eliminates any kind of additive. It prevents us from needing to add sugars or sulfites or tannins. And we're able to control these processes and really present something in the market that you're not going to find in a grocery store, because we have things that through those processes that other larger places aren't able to do, because they've got to add those preservatives so that it's shelf stable.
That's interesting to know.
You can see our shelf. Our shelf isn't big, so it doesn't have to be that stable.
Right. Oh, you're a funny guy. You brought the comedian out today, didn't you? Yeah, these were some of the ones you were showing me earlier. Now, what are these extracts used for?
These are Brought Behind the Bar series. So, if you're like me, you've got at home probably a series of bitters and whatnot for behind the bar.
Yeah.
This is my version of that.
Okay.
The cinnamon. So you're not going to find another cinnamon like this anywhere. This actually tastes like cinnamon, and it doesn't taste like Red Hots. And it's not super spicy because it's actual cinnamon. The mulling spice is a really great fall additive to something. The vanilla is my own blend of different vanilla beans to get that.
And you can use that in baking. So if you're baking a cake or muffins or whatever, you can do that. And one of the really cool things about our concept with having the winery, the distillery, and a restaurant is that we can take a spice, turn that into an extract. So now we have a liquid, and then we can put that in a cocktail. And the way that we make these extracts is we're going to add the flavor, but we're not going to water down the drink, which is great because a lot of times you start adding extracts to things and you start diluting your flavors because you've added all these other liquids. But with how we made what we made, a little bit goes a very long way, and we're able to maintain the flavor without diluting whatever it is that you're using it for.
The base flavor.
Right.
Nice.
So,
the other thing is these are all alcohol based as opposed to glycol based. So a lot of your extracts are glycol based. These are not. These are all alcohol based. So you're if you will allow it a little bit more natural, you know, because this is just an alcohol. It's not some heavy processed glycol that somebody did an extraction with.
Oh.
So and we made the alcohol here, and then the extract.
Nice. So everything is made in house.
Everything. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
And you even use some of those.
Yeah,
And-
so the cinnamon and the vanilla we're using in our chicken and waffle dish that's coming off of the trailer. And I have personally made waffles at my house or pancake mix, and I always add a drop of cinnamon and vanilla to that because it's delicious and it goes really well in all those mixes.
Nice.
So it makes that easy.
So
Yeah,
you're just keeping it all together.
yeah, that's
right.
correct.
You got
Yeah,
all the family here. You got all of the products you use together. and
perfect. Yeah,
Makes it
absolutely.
really nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go out front. You're going to show me some food here too, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
look.
you.
There's a door here. Look at that.
Yeah, so that brings us right back into our retail space. So it's a nice little circular tour.
Yeah.
And then sitting here at the bar here, we've got our loaded chips.
Oh, wow.
We are going for a loaded potato, but we've got potato chips. So we've got a 5-cheese blend that we're also using on our pizza. We've got bacon, and then I've got a sour cream sauce to give us that baked potato feel to it. And it's nice and crunchy as well. So
Yeah, I can't wait to try that.
That's a good time. And then beside it, we've got a 3-meat pizza. For that cheese blend, we've got cheddar, mozzarella, provolone, Asiago, and smoked Gouda, bacon crumbles, sausage, and pepperoni.
Wow.
So, and then the crust is naan, as far as how that goes. So, yeah.
All right. And this is Mama over here, right?
Yeah.
Say hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama. Wave.
All right. Cool.
There we go.
Chicken and waffles.
Get the tattoo in there.
Yeah.
Of course.
Look at that.